by AM and FM meaning AM or FM radio.
I am.
You know what? I don't appreciate that my great rendition of that meme is not being appreciated. I'm
It's not that I'm not appreciating you. It's just that every time you try to explain a meme using words, it sounds bad. That's just a fact.
Yeah,
fair enough.
you
It
can't
is
do
hard to
justice.
explain it
Like,
without.
hey, here's the thing. Hey, have you seen the meme of the guy holding the fat rat? It's like,
Oh, okay,
no.
fine. Fuck
and
you.
it's like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. But it's like, yeah, it's a guy holding a fat rat. That's the explanation.
I mean, it's a beautiful rat, to be fair.
All right, hang on.
It's
I
a
am pulling this up
healthy
because
big boy.
I am pulling this up on screen right now, and I am going to link it in the chat. And I want Tidu to load it up on stream because I demand it.
I can't load it up on screen. We have game capture, not screen capture.
Okay, well it's in the chat, and now you can both see it and watch it.
You do realize you can just like open the image in OBS and just post it
No,
on
it's
the
an actual
screen,
like
right?
it's a 1 minute and 14 video.
Oh, okay. Hold on,
Speaking
I'm just gonna pay for my One Punch Man pre-order.
I think I've seen that scene in Polish and it wasn't funny.
Okay, well you're not funny because it's great fucking wordplay.
Okay. To be fair, the Polish dub for this show was not great.
Yeah, that's the joke
Okay.
here. Yeah.
I
I love how defensive you got.
The whole joke boils down to she's well off and rich and should be intelligent, but she's kind of a fucking moron.
I mean, yes, just how rich people tend to be.
Exactly.
Hello, everyone. That was the political reference for this episode of Council Mechanica. I shall go now.
Yes. Oh, speaking of politics, me and Booth played the Dune board game yesterday with
How was it?
my fiancée, roommate, and a couple of friends. And to spice things up, I brought out
I will shoot you.
2 liters of moonshine I got from my parents, and that was the best and the worst idea possible.
Oh,
Listen,
so everybody got shit faced while playing the
listen.
game.
Yes.
No offense to your lady friend. I wasn't sure how to react when it kicked in for her.
She was dancing. She was a dancing Baron Harkonnen.
Oh man, it sounds like I actually missed a pretty good time.
It was fun.
I mean,
Oh well.
Man,
here's
that's
what
a
you
lot
missed.
of them.
Okay,
Share
I'm
your
gonna
booty hole,
tell you what.
Tidu.
Sorry?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Hey Mute, you're not streaming Yakuza Like a Dragon, you fuckface.
Oh shit. I'll fix that in a second.
Yeah, he's gotta not die.
So anyway. So here's what happened, okay? So I was playing the fucking. You guys have the
Atreides.
weirdest fucking name for the Atreji fucking
Atreides.
clan. So Outriders, yes. I was playing as the Outriders, and I was sitting in Arrakis like in Arrakeen like a good little baby boy, and the Emperor decided to steal rain onto my fucking city. So I fought him, and we've killed each other. Like, completely killed all of our forces. And after that happened, because Dune is about alliances and such, my ally, which was the Freeman, and because of that I am racist now, my Freeman ally betrayed me.
Hello,
So-
Max.
Hey Max.
Hey Max. So I was sitting there like, I got no army, and I got no money, and there is no way in hell I will be able to do anything here that has any strategic value whatsoever. Now that being said, I have a shield card and a laser gun card. And possibly enough cash to drop one singular dude onto the battlefield. Now, looking at the map, And this is a neat little thing. So the entire Harkonnen forces were stuck in a city, in like the middle of, right next to Iraqi. And I was like,
In Kartak, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, you know, I I'm gonna do this. So I spawned in one guy, and I sent him in, and, and I start the fight, and I equip a laser gun and a shield protector. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the Dune lore, if you shoot someone wearing a shield with a laser gun, instant nuke.
Yeah, it caused a nuclear explosion.
It literally causes the apocalyptic event. And what that does in the board game is that I just killed the entirety of the Harkonnen forces.
Yeah, like
They ceased to exist.
the city got nuked.
So, as Mute's fiance was looking at it, I was just fucking cackling. Because it was literally like, I am not here to win, I am here to send a message.
That is
So-
probably one of the best things about board games is that if you're playing a competitive one, second place is still sometimes satisfying to have. Because even if you didn't win, you stopped other people from winning. And that can feel just as good.
Yeah. I'm mad because after 4 hours and all that alcohol, I was mentally tapped out. And I realized after the fact I could have played like some fuck you cards to win. Or rather to prevent the Fremen from winning. Rather.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because we literally, at the end of the game, here's what happened. After the Harkonnen and Fremen got into an alliance and betrayed me and the Bene Gesserit, we just formed an unofficial alliance that was, okay, listen, we can settle our differences after this happens. What we need to do now is we need to fuck these two.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna do. So, and then the Fremen betrayed the Harkonnen, and we talked to the Harkonnen. We're like, listen, we had our moments, and we can settle them. We fucked the Fremen.
And the Fremen won. So
Because Mute fucked up and forgot to play some cards.
Yeah, I played the wrong card basically. Also, the
Now, also to be fair, the Harkonnen got betrayed and lost because I nuked their town.
yeah. Also, funny thing was that the only people who were keeping their alliances were the capitalists because I played the Spacing Guild and a friend of mine played the Emperor. So our entire thing was we have a ton of money, everybody pays us, and we were the only people who kept our alliance from turn 2 onwards.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure it's because both of you were too lazy to scheme.
Honestly, no. It was like a good, goddammit, a good ecosystem because I could bid on the treachery cards and knew that he would spend that money to revive my forces, so it was beneficial for me. And he got free shipping.
I mean, well, anyway, Dune is not a board game in which you win. Dune is a board game in which you decide who you fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
It's a great game. I love it.
I need to, not this month, because, hey, guess what got announced for July as a release? So, I got 2 months to beat The World Ends With You, huh?
Yep. Also, Haley, we're...
Well, no, actually you don't. You just need to watch the anime instead,
Oh,
right?
shit.
I mean,
I fucked up.
I don't know if
Hold on. I literally need to stop you, Boop. Nomura already said, "Hey, don't worry about rushing yourself to finish the game. Watch the anime. The anime is canon, not the game."
Also, sorry.
I was like, I don't know if you're being serious or if this is a bit of you should watch the Persona 4 Golden anime instead of playing the game.
No, this is literally based after watching that first episode. It got through the first 3 days in the game and didn't really omit anything that it shouldn't have. That anime is probably going to be a great one-to-one adaptation, and it'll be wrapping up just shortly before Neo comes out. So yeah, actually just watch the anime. It's not even a joke. It is amazingly animated. The CG is somewhere in between Studio Santigan and Studio Orange in terms of the animation quality and the artwork. The character, it's literally like they just brought the game to life.
I mean, sure, it's just, you know, unironically, I wanna play the World Ends with you. I'm just like,
Oh no!
Yeah.
could you guys not release more video games in June or July? Hello,
Yeah.
thank you.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, despite all that, play 12 because it's a good game unless you're a coward that hates its control scheme.
Yeah,
Patrick.
that I would honestly.
Did you just
I would
walk into that
honestly
mine you
recommend-
walked around for the past 5 minutes?
No, I died.
He
before,
died
and
at
I-
one point.
Yeah, and I forgot about it.
I would honestly say play the iOS version because I think it plays the best.
I mean, I have a Switch version and the Switch stylus.
Oh, and then if you have a good enough contactive stylus for your Switch, then play the Switch version instead. Avoid the controller version of playing it if you can. If it's
No,
your only
I-
option, then perish.
I literally like one of the reasons why I got the Switch stylus was because I was like, yeah, there are some Switch games that are like playing Darkest Dungeon using normal controls is like a
Yeah.
nightmarish hell.
I've heard.
But like, yeah, it's going back to my original point. I wanna get the original Dune board game and the new Dune Imperium board game. I think it's called. Yeah, Imperium, and like I wanna
Go ahead.
get that, but like I need to save up some cash for the summer of gaming because that's what it is now. I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, on the bright side, hey, at least some devs are finally going, you know what? Maybe we should push our big game releases to the summer instead and spread them out a little more. The problem is that we have a really good year of games ahead of us.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know, the problem now is everything got pushed to summer because Big Thicky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Oh no, what a problem to have. A lot of good games to play.
Well, so my thought is I'm putting the kibosh on a lot of purchases. I already delayed Replicant, and I'm gonna be avoiding spoilers because I anticipate anticipate a big Taro, if you will. I don't buy for 1 second that there's not going to be some change up to Replicant's narrative. I feel like there's probably going to be some big thing that comes up in it that
Yeah, probably. Limor asks what difficulty is this? Normal, I believe? Was there a choice of difficulty at the beginning?
you
I mean,
you went
you're-
with normal.
Okay.
You're the one playing.
Hello there, Lemur. Sorry, I didn't acknowledge you earlier. I got caught up in the conversation, and I had in the back of my head, say hi to everybody in chat, and then these guys got talking about Dune and then switched to Twooey, and I had to interrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like in April we wanna get, because like, you know, me and Illy are buying this stuff, like we wanna get the new remake and Pokemon Snap. That's the April
God
gets.
damn it! You just
And-
had to remind me that Pokemon Snap is coming. God damn it!
I mean,
There's
to be
too
fair-
many games!
To be fair, it comes out on like the 30th or something, so you know.
Yes, but then Village comes out like a week and a half
Yeah,
later.
I know, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, May's gonna be. I kind of think I can make it, but I don't know. I'm gonna see. Like, I wanna get like, you know, I'm gonna talk to her about it, but we're probably gonna be going for Biomutant and Village for sure. I think there was something else coming up in May. Let me look at the list again.
And now I remembered that Biomutant is coming as well, and is actually looking like it's going to be really good. And God, I need a break.
Yeah, let me fucking look up what I had on my list for May. May is
Sent
like
on Friday, January 16th, 2015 at 12:42 a.m. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. She's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one, too. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. Sent Friday, November 4th, 2015 at 2:10 a.m. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometime. She thinks Mia is her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Friday, September 1st, 2016, 1:10 a.m. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the streets to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. And now to finish it off, let me do it in the proper way. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin's getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't do the whole memo in that voice. I forgot that was Lucas doing that.
Oh, it was Lucas. Huh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
yeah, I assume so. So yeah, so May is Resident Evil Village, Biomutant, and I might skip this one because it's not super important, but like a collection of all the Asterix and Obelix XXL games on the PS4 is coming out, and
Are those like just really good platformers or something?
they are. The second one is decent. I haven't played the first one, and the third one is like a Lego game, basically.
Oh, you.
So I'm like, I mean, it's the Asterix and Obelix aesthetic mostly, but yeah, I can skip on this one now. June.
Yeah, I mean, not to shit on the Lego game method. It's just I played it the fuck out of it with Lego Star Wars 1, and then the second one was kind of the same, and I'm like, okay, these are gamers first platformers. I'm good. I don't need to keep playing these.
Yeah, so June, Guilty Gear Strive, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, Final Fantasy VII Remake DLC, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Disgaea 6, and I would like to get the Dark Alliance. And then July is Monster Hunter Stories 2, Skyward Sword HD, and Samurai Warriors 5. And Twiwi.
Don't forget, at the end of April, we've got Apex Rathalos coming as DLC in Rise.
That's a free update, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have already confirmed that bare minimum at the end of every month there will be something new available. They said there occasionally will be moments where more pops up, but to not expect much beyond that. You want me to read through this whole thing to you? I can do it.
No, it's technobabble.
Too much?
That's I don't think it would really add anything, to be honest.
I mean, it is kind of just sci-fi horror fluff, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, technobabble. It's the D virus interacting with the V virus to make the baby virus.
Have you heard about the CUM virus?
It's terrible. I love it.
It just gets everywhere.
Yeah, it's coarse and rough.
No, god damn it.
Is it? Isn't it?
Is it? Booth, do you want to tell us something?
Do you want to see it?
I mean, I fucking know you said it goes everywhere. It gets everywhere. We're doing this now?
No. Okay. Asterix XXL remakes are Garbo. They are recreations, not remasters. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure those are remasters, dude.
I'm gonna take Max's word on this because he's usually on point about this stuff.
Asterix and Obelix XXL2 PS2. Let me see some footage of this.
What else is there with me? So, I mean, I've just been playing a metric fuck ton of Rise. I am on the threshold of hitting 4 stars for the Gathering Hub. I already finished everything in the village. The real thing that's bothering me is that I want to fucking unlock the rest of the Dongo shit. I am aware through joining parties in the Gathering Hub, going to pickup groups, that there are people who have like the Polisher Dongo, where it's doubled up and it has a secondary effect, and there's some people who have like the Medic one, where it's a high effectivity, and I'm like, how the fuck did you get this? I want to get that. And it's just driving me kind of nuts, because it's like, I don't know how these people have this stuff unlocked, and I don't want to spoil it for myself, but also, as proven yesterday in the tweet that was making the rounds,
Oh, fuck off.
what the fuck is the name of Electric Monkey? Rajang.
Oh, Monster Hunter. Okay, I was very confused.
I was like, what?
Rajang. There was a
Godzilla
tweet
versus Kong?
Sorry, what did you say?
I was like, Electric Monkey, are we talking Godzilla versus Kong now?
No. There was information making the rounds yesterday, or there was a tweet making the rounds yesterday of some fucking, I almost said a no word, of some moron who was like, Rajang first appeared in Monster Hunter World, and the sentiment being, goddamn fivers! And I'm like, you know what? As a fiver, we do not own this person.
I see.
So, I guess those are... I guess XXL2 is a remake, which is fucking weird. Because at no point in the marketing was it ever mentioned that this is a remake. It was like, it's a remaster.
Hold on, Tidu. Back up. I want to see what those animations look like in the shadows again.
Alrighty.
Just so we can see the jank.
Like here?
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, wait,
what...
hold on. Wait for the door to close, because then it shows it better.
Okay, so, yeah, you've been playing that, so maybe... okay, no,
so yeah,
how
stand
much...
right here and look towards your shadow. Now watch this jank ass animation.
Oh, it's the Duke Nukem Forever animation. It's Duke Nukem Forever again. No.
I didn't notice it. Holy hell.
Ethan, what's wrong with your arms?
Why is the bottom half of your body unmoving? So, hey, no. How much time do I have to talk about Beast Wars and Godzilla vs. Kong?
I mean, Zal isn't here. You sure you don't want
You know
to
what?
wait
Save it
until
for Wednesday.
Yeah,
Save
exactly.
it for Wednesday.
I mean, Godzilla vs. Kong as well, because, like...
No, you can talk about that. I mean, I haven't watched it yet.
Meanwhile, Lego is asking how
Yeah,
is-
go watch it. I made a tweet, and I feel like this is an accurate depiction of what that movie is. The first 70 minutes are the Homer looking at the Yakuza fight going, but Marsh, that guy hasn't done anything yet. You know he's gonna do something soon and it's gonna be cool. So that's the first 70 minutes of that movie. The last 40 minutes of that movie is... What's the name of the black dude from the NBA again?
LeBron James?
No, the commentator guy, the meme guy. Something Smith.
Oh boy,
He was at the VGAs this year.
or having, I suppose.
Anyway, so yeah, the last 40 minutes of that movie is just that one clip of that guy going, I'm gonna keep coming, I'm gonna continue to come, he's been coming, he's gonna continue to come, and everybody just needs to get over it.
I know who you're referring to. Is that the same guy who goes, we've heard you, we understand you, and we don't care? Is it that
Yes,
guy?
we've heard
Okay,
you, and
I don't know
we
who
are
that
here
is,
to tell you we don't care.
Because for the most part, I can't stand sports ball.
Oh, dude, I cannot stand sports ball either. I just watched the compilation of his stupid ass fucking quotes and such. That man is like a walking shit post of a person.
You can either continue to fight these or you can run. It's completely optional.
So anyway, yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong is a fantastic ass movie in which the big monkey fight the big lizard and then other big things happen.
Max wanted to chime in with saying it was remade into a new engine by another studio and broke some things like physics, timings and etc. It's like the 13 remake, but not so devastating.
Okay. I mean, I guess I gotta find a PS2 copy then. Like, only got the Switch version. I mean, nice to know. I wasn't aware. So,
I mean, I did say it was optional. I didn't say you should avoid killing them. I was just saying you don't have to.
All right, thanks.
Sorry.
So,
You'll live. See?
what?
Well, now I have a
Do
fucking
it.
box to break.
So,
They fucked up.
there are many things I would recommend about that movie. One of them being wrestling happen, which is obviously a really good thing to happen, and many other amazing things that I won't go into because of spoilers.
I did like. Well, no, fuck it. I mean, I'm sorry if people have somehow dodged the spoilers at this point. That's
If
them.
somehow you have not seen the Funko Pops,
Yeah, or if you haven't just, I don't know, if you're somehow completely clueless as to general Godzilla lore. Hey, by the way, Mechagodzilla is in this movie.
dude.
How could
Okay,
you spoil
can
it?
dude, can I fucking tell you how amazing this Mechagodzilla is?
I heard it was pretty fucking sick.
Can I just tell you?
Are you asking if you can? Because
Yes, I am asking
Oh.
you because technically this is a spoiler, but basically it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just a raw ass fucking detail that's not even a reveal.
yeah, I mean, tell me, uh-oh.
Okay, so let me preface this by asking you a simple question. How familiar are you with the plot of the hit movie Transformers Age of Extinction?
Still managed to work Transformers in there somehow.
No, seriously, dude, listen. So, one of the plot points of Age of Extinction is that they got Megatron's skull, and they are extracting data from his skull to replicate a Transformer, namely Optimus Prime. But every time they do that, and there's literally a line in the movie in which the dude said, "We've been doing this like 10 times. We always want to make Optimus Prime. Why do we always 3D print Megatron? Why does he always look like Megatron?" And that's a plot point in that movie now. The plot point of Godzilla versus Kong is that they got King Ghidorah's skull, and they are replicating Godzilla from King Ghidorah's skull.
I mean,
like his mental patterns.
I'm in that weird camp when it comes to Godzilla. Ever since I saw Shin Goji, I need to
God, I
find
hate
a
these
list.
guys.
I need to go and rewatch James's recommendation list because he, I think, did one of like 5 or 10 films that you absolutely need. As in James Rolfe. James did this list, I think, of like 5 or 10 films where he said, if you saw Shin Goji and that made you lose your mind, here's the 5 to 10 Godzilla films you need to watch.
And
then the
number
obvious
1 is Final
recommendation-
War.
Yeah, I think he said that one, and he said Final Wars. He said obviously the first one because it's obviously, you know, a one-to-one remake of sorts. I think he said one of the Mechagodzilla films, and then he mentioned one of the Ghidorah and Mothra films.
Yeah.
But I've heard that like the tone and vibe of Shin Goji is
Game's
not
kinda
a
loud.
new.
Okay, sorry.
It's not a new thing, and that if you want something like deep and political and complex, that there are a ton of other Godzilla films that you can watch.
Oh yeah, man, Godzilla films went through the full spectrum from being a fucking Sentai show to being the political commentary of the decade,
actually-
like, you know.
This is probably why.
But yeah.
How
like,
about Oliver? Oh,
So
okay.
what they did is they have uploaded King Ghidorah's mental patterns into a Mechagodzilla body and implemented MMA programming into it.
Oh my!
Yo! You know, that's pretty sick.
Lemur says volume levels are good now.
And man, does it fucking show when they start fighting? Holy fuck!
So one of the things I did see in the Red Letter Media review of it, and Jay kept really pushing this. He said the obvious biggest pro and con of the film is that it's like you're watching some kid sitting in the bathtub smashing action figures together while he's taking a bath, and that's the biggest praise and the biggest criticism I can give it.
Oh yeah. Frankly, here's the thing. I never.
Where you are, T-Do?
Yeah. I never subscribed.
In a basement.
Like I never subscribed to the whole. Oh man, the humans in the legendary movies are so bad. They are so awful.
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yes. Yeah. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
So I never subscribed to that whole crowd. Like, that being said, Godzilla vs. Kong has the most, like... I don't know if that movie has a main character.
King Kong is apparently the main character.
I mean, yes, Kong is the main character, but also Godzilla is the main character. But also there are like 6 humans, and I don't even remember their names.
The whole implication is that with Godzilla being cast in a slightly more antagonistic light, that it did kind of champion.
Yeah, here's the thing. You say that, but the way the movie goes is against that. And I could tell you if you want to.
Of course it is, Grandma. Fucking bitch.
Like, I would like to keep talking some more about this, but since we're closing in on the end, I think we should just
yeah.
I do think we should stay on point.
So yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong is great. Go watch it.
Yes.
Everyone who tells you it's not good should go fuck themselves. Yes, I have already seen Mechagodzilla porn.
Hello, Mikola.
Of course, hey.
I mean,
hey,
listen, it was sent to me. Hello.
So...
It's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
Kid, you ever heard of, like, going your own way?
It's Mommy's turn to kill you.
I mean, can you tell that this game was written by the guy
who wrote Fear? Yes.
We're gonna start the Egg Town movement. Ethan's going their own way.
I meant the kid, like, you don't need parents. You're strong enough to walk on your own.
Oh, that too.
Oh.
I mean, to be honest, she doesn't need
still the Egg Town movement, because it's Evelyn going her own way.
Yes. See, she's laughing too. She loves the joke.
Then maybe you'll play nice.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
No, T-Do.
Seriously?
It all has to come down.
You're hallucinating, T-Do.
Yeah, I know, but it still hurts.
I mean,
No,
does it though?
Bitch.
Literally does it though.
Yeah, it doesn't, I suppose. Still, I got here.
Yeah, like, it's
look around.
good, but the whole point it's trying to emphasize is that you've broken from her control.
Yeah.
Get away!
Keep pushing.
Owie.
I forget if he needs to keep pushing through or not.
I think so, and he needs to block, I think.
Yeah.
I remember Nicole doing this, like a while back.
No, you don't!
Man, I'm glad that humanity is universally think that kids are fucking scary and stupid and should be exterminated.
Yes. Fuck them kids.
I mean, yeah. God. Okay, so you know how I told you yesterday that there's this kid at my store who like comes in like he came in like 2 days in a row and bought like 2,000 PLN worth of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Guess who came in today?
The same kid?
Yep,
Why?
25 this time.
like 1,000 PLN worth of Pokemon cards.
Jesus.
I mean, to be fair, he always comes in with his dad, so like I guess they can afford it and whatnot. But like, yeah, it's so fucking weird to see the same child 3 days in a row buying like a quadruple-digit number of Pokemon cards.
I gotta admit, this fucking
This is a good scene.
part
Yeah.
of the game it's a good scene and it's also depressing.
I mean, that's why it's good.
Evelyn literally did nothing wrong.
I mean, didn't she?
Yeah, she didn't.
Fuck 'em, bro.
She wasn't a shit kid by her own fault.
No, we have literally met a bunch of people who she killed.
Yes, but why did she kill them?
Oh.
All right,
mean,
now
I-
it's time for the real fight, Tidu.
Yay.
Shoot the goo.
And I'm just realizing how much she is just an Ouroboros goo monster.
She really is.
It really is, yeah.
Kinda great. Feel free to unload like your.
Anyway,
big stuff
since
before.
we haven't actually like talked about it, because like yeah, no fucking like spoilers here. We are like 15 minutes from the end of the game, so like we doing the DLC,
Yeah, sure.
and you want?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it, but we'll figure it out.
I mean, Mute has one of them, and it doesn't matter which one you do in the grand scheme of things.
We'll probably have him. You did download.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, I'm asking
Yeah, we're
because like
probably gonna start right into that.
I mean, I'm asking because like if you guys want to do it today, I have the RE7 DLC downloaded. I just need to set up my PS5 to the capture card.
He is going to do
Not a Zoe.
Hero, and then you're gonna do not a Zoe at a later.
Okay.
Oh, right, blocking. Right.
No,
No,
you
you're fine,
have
you're fine,
this has to happen, dude.
This
It's
has
like-
to happen, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fighting a fucking necromorph now, so
This is so stupid and amazing at the same time.
I mean this is literally the final boss of Dead Space 1. Like I mean
Yep.
literally.
And that is a pretty good boss.
Yeah, it's pretty fine. Like even on the hardest difficulty, that boss was like one of the better designed parts of that game because it worked. Dead Space is really bad on the hardest difficulty.
The ultimate weakness of the bioweapon. Gun!
I mean, to be honest, that gun is called Albert. You know it's good.
Playtime's over.
6 minutes, Evelyn. 6 minutes is all the time I can spare to play with you.
Well, I'm out of ammo
Good
now.
job, Tidu.
Yay.
Yeah, you did the thing.
You
Well,
did
that
it.
that was fucking fast. I expected like a whole segment at the last time we ended.
I mean,
No.
to be honest, if you fuck up, this can take a minute.
How do you fuck this up?
By not
Um,
farting when you're attempting to give her the necrotoxin.
To
By
be-
not
I did it.
laying into her in the actual fight.
Listen, Nicole had some problems, okay?
Really? Okay.
Nicole had problems, really?
I'm pretty sure this took her a couple of tries.
Well, Nicole, I'm throwing you under the bus right here, right now, Isaac.
I mean, to be honest, you threw her under the bus multiple times already.
That's true.
We're sorry, Nicole. We're not trying to make fun of you. It's just
No, only Mute is.
Yeah, because I love her. That's how it works.
Hey, time for the most disappointing reveal of this game.
It was me, Ethan!
I'm Redfield.
You don't look like it.
Glad we found you.
You don't sound like it.
Yeah, you definitely don't sound like it.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Kept you waiting, huh?
Nah.
Anyway,
Now, Grove,
He
bring the
doesn't-
Redfield bloodline back to life by fucking my sister, Ethan!
and here's the thing, he doesn't sound like it, but in the DLC in which you play as him, he is clearly doing a Roger Craig Smith impression.
Yeah.
I see.
Did I?
Lemur says he looks like Ari1.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe a bit, but like, I don't know, without the t-shirt and everything, he still looks different to me. He still had guns like Ari1, I think.
One door
I
closed.
mean,
He looks like
to be
he's
honest,
a mashup of
Well, the door
5,
closed
6,
tonight.
and 1, Chris.
That's
yeah,
true.
and only one of those is the one everybody loves, which is
but not just
5.
for me.
Yeah. But
Listen,
that's because
nobody-
Roger Craig Smith gave him a new kind of energy.
So were the Bakers.
Yeah, well, also because he punched the boulder.
Evelyn.
Yes,
who
that
made
too.
them that way.
Like, listen, nobody cares about alcoholic Chris,
Oh,
and
Evelyn's
nobody
dead.
cares about stuck in a prison cell Chris. Everybody wants fucking boulder
Just come to
punching
terms with
Chris.
losing
Why is Chris working with Umbrella? That's the question here.
back and wants to start over.
Which
Ethan,
umbrella?
I need to give me back my Apple Watch.
Dude, like,
Maybe this
at
is
this
something
point,
next door opens.
there are like 4 umbrellas.
That's true.
Ethan, I've still got 3 payments left on that watch.
Doo-doo-dum. Well,
And that was Reeve.
It sounds like Eevee.
Which is the best Pokemon.
I'm going
Yes,
to fucking
Reeve,
stab you the next time.
The brown squirrel.
I mean,
that's
listen, there are a couple of Pokemon that are allowed to be called the best Pokemon. One of them being Eevee, and by Eevee I mean all of the evolutions.
Yeah,
as well.
the concept itself is great, I think, of Eevee.
And the other one is Gudra.
I don't.
Oh, of course, you would say fucking.
I don't think I
She's
even know this
cute.
one.
Gudra is just cute. Fuck off.
I'm again Wonder. I don't know who that is.
Just Google Gudra, man.
Slime dragon.
I'm watching this very engaging Chris. Yeah, okay.
She's just cute. What the fuck you want from me? If I was going for the furry thing, I would say Zoroark or whatever.
Or Lucario.
Gudra, like good. Yeah, that's pretty
Or
cool.
or whatever is the final form of that little fox Pokemon with the flaming stick. The one that everyone wants to fuck. Or, Blaziken.
I gotta admit, I do actually like this rendition of the song.
Lemur says my least favorite RE overall because it doesn't let you skip cutscenes. I can see that. It's probably because of the VR integration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
probably.
is a small downs. I would, Nicole brings it up at Nilcad or whatever it is on Twitter and Twitch. She brings up that and we had this conversation in her streams. She's like, I think it's the perfect length, and I think I've said it on stream here, and I'll say it again. I would just like one more segment to be added to the game, and then I think Resident Evil 7 would probably be perfect.
I mean, listen, after playing through Resident Evil 6 and that game sucking out all of my life force by being a 6-hour-long game that somehow lasted 20 hours, I would rather take a shorter Resident Evil game that could use some more time than a long-ass Resident Evil game that clearly couldn't justify it.
Yeah, that's true. Like, Resident Evils are always on the short side, so I'm quite
Unless
satisfied
it's
with this.
RE4, because that game is like 20 hours long.
Like, the only issue is, like, from all the Resident Evils I played, only the remake of 2 had satisfying boss fights so far.
I mean,
2 is a really good game, and I only played through Chris A side.
Chris?
I mean,
Don't you mean
here's-
Leon?
Sorry, Leon. God damn it. I called him Chris, and I should.
I mean, I have not mentioned Midnight yet, but we might as well do it.
No.
No.
No. No.
This is who I have to work with, fucking uncultured swines.
I say God damn it because God Re2 Leon is fucking amazing. The voice actor is amazing. The writing for him is amazing, and his character design is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
really good game.
Yeah, because
Re2
like
is just a standout game in general.
I mean, every single Resident Evil game is a good game. I mean, the mainline ones. I'm
I
talking
know,
about.
but Re2
Every single one of them is at least good, except for RE6. That one can go fuck itself.
Re2 to me is a golden standard of how you should be doing a remake. It's up there with
I mean, listen, no, I don't mean to be a bitch. What's the golden standard to make a different game?
Yes.
to make a different game.
Exactly.
I'm fucking sorry, but Resident Evil 2 Remake has jack shit to do with Resident Evil 2.
I know.
The plot's the same. It has Ada Wong. That's all you need. But let's be honest here.
I mean, no, it's listen. Both Resident Evil 2 and the remake 2 are fantastic games, but like, yeah, it's like Resident Evil has this weird ass thing, which like, what's Resident Evil 1? A goofy ass, badly voice acted fucking game in which you shoot snake people and whatnot. What's remake of Resident Evil? An actual horror game.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2? Barely a horror game, more like an action game. Like there are segments in that game in which you need to mow down an entire fucking corridor of zombies because there's no way around it, and you have like a shit ton of ammo.
An actual survival horror game in which you need to be careful and consider your actions, and occasionally you get scared, but most of the time you are dealing with a big bad enemy that you can't kill and need to outsmart more than out harm.
Yeah, and like I gotta be real. When I played, because I when Resident Evil 2 remake was coming out, I did myself like a little marathon of like I'm gonna play Resident Evil 1, remake 1, and Resident Evil 2 before I play remake 2, right? And like it's so insane to me that Resident Evil 4 is considered the game in which Resident Evil became an action game. Resident Evil 2 barely qualifies as a horror game, man.
But it doesn't have the look at the booty shooty camera.
Lemur says if you mute Resident Evil 1 on PlayStation 1, it's very scary.
Yeah. I mean, Resident Evil 2, like, horrified me when I was 8.
Yeah, well,
but the Saturday morning cartoon that was running on TVN every single morning about those fucking childlike horror stories and Goosebumps terrified me when I was 8.
Man, Goosebumps was the shit! I love that series.
I genuinely forget what was the fucking cartoon that was like every single Saturday morning on TVN that was like, here are some fucking horror stories. Like, I don't know, man.
Opowieści skrypty? Maybe?
I have no fucking idea. But like, yeah, that was terrifying to me as a child. So I guess, I have moved past being a bitch.
I suppose.
So I have delayed talking about it at this point, and since Boop got to talk for a good chunk of time about Godzilla vs. Kong, now it's my turn to really just gush and not shut up.
Before you do, one thing. All this discussion made me realize RE2 make would be a perfect remake if in the menu you could choose to play the original RE2. Go on.
I don't disagree with that. I would say probably my biggest complaint with Re2 is the same thing that people level against fucking 7 air quotes remake end air quotes. It's not actually the type of remake people wanted, and I think probably
7?
the biggest problem.
What do you mean 7 remake? Oh, Final Fantasy 7.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, people who don't like that game are insane.
Hold on, no, they aren't. The people who don't like it because they wanted a 1-to-1 update of.
Oh yeah,
7.
those people have like a validity to their statement.
Very valid complaint.
Yeah, I mean all the listen. I mean the weirdos who are like, God, what was the fucking I mean the weirdos who are like, they censored Tifa.
At the same time, as long as Ever Crisis comes out and is in fact a 1-to-1 of the original game, then obviously this problem goes away. But the whole problem is that it's come forward that they're going to be gachifying the equipment that you get in Ever Crisis. So,
I mean, to be honest, that's very on brand for Crisis Core.
Yeah.
is it?
Have you ever played Crisis Core?
Max says, Void, that's called the Pathologic 2 Paradox. This is different from my memories from 15 years ago.
No, so I'm asking a serious question. Have you ever played Crisis Core?
No, I haven't. I'm aware of the slot machine mechanics.
Yeah, do you know what's the only way to level up in that game?
How do you level up in that game?
The slot machines.
You pray for the slots to align.
Okay, so here's the thing, is that they're putting weapons and equipment in a gacha in Ever Crisis. It's going to be completely free to play, but if you want to get decent weaponry, you're going to have to roll. And I really hope their whole thing is not going to be, hey, if you want to not pay anything, then you're going to struggle to complete Ever Crisis. But maybe if you drop some cash, you'll have a chance at getting decent weapon.
That wasn't
if you pay some money, you will get a decent weapon and be able to complete it.
We'll live and see.
I don't think the Kingdom Hearts mobile game had that problem, so I think it's gonna be fine. By the way, why is Pantera playing in the background now?
Because fuck you, that's why.
I mean, my skin is cold.
So, Void, what did you want to gush about?
Okay, so Lemur asked me about this like 15 or 20 minutes ago. How is Rise? Rise is fantastic. I'm in between a rock and a hard place because one of my friends who I'm playing it with also wants to go back and finish World. And I am also in a weird place of wanting to go back and finish World because I never finished Iceborne and hunted any of the monsters in that. I'm also missing things like the old canteen because of the whole thing where you would get those unique animations and the meals were custom crafted in a little more of a complex and involved way.
I saw the Dango animation, yeah.
Yeah, the same Dango animation every fucking time is starting to drag on.
Okay.
Yeah. The second biggest complaint that I have at the moment, and I can't stress this enough that I don't hold it against the game, but the entirety of the game's maps are not even remotely as complex as one map in World. And just looking at it, the Ancient Forest is the depth of 2 or 3 of the maps in Rise in comparison. So then you add in the Coral Highlands, and you have a much more complex level design game. And all I can think is, God, I would kill to have a wire bug in World so I could navigate them a little more fluidly.
Nikolai, you don't need to play RE4 on Dolphin now. The HD remaster is actually a good PC.
Yeah, the one that's on PC is perfectly acceptable.
Finally.
Go with that.
When I wanted to play RE4 on PC, you had to aim with the fucking numpad.
Yeah. When I played DMC3 on PC, you had to Dante with the right analog stick.
Yeah, I remember that. Holy shit.
I am currently at the threshold bleeding into the game proper because I finally hit the Rampage quest where you see your first Apex monster. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. I have almost nailed down the perfect counter that they added to the EI slash for Longsword. I could make an entire complete Sinister set of armor, but I don't want to blow my one lone Magnum Hollow plate on it. I'm having a really fucking good time with it. There are just things that I'm starting to miss from World, and
all right.
To go back and play World is
9 hours, seriously? Huh. I thought it was way faster than that. 16 restarts. These are the bobbleheads, I assume.
You did some meandering and wandering about in the first play session or two, so that's
you literally went back to the house like 3 times to pick up shit.
That's true.
All right.
Well,
what we got?
Not a hero.
End of Zoe.
I don't know.
Not the Zoe. End of Hero.
End of Hero. Here we
Anyway,
Look at this
go. Right
boy.
into it, people.
oh yes, Chris in his fucking signature 7th gen
Operation
Xbox
Lurking Fear.
360 shooter pose.
Chris Redfield is a high-profile BSAA member who has resolved. Oh, okay.
I didn't press anything. It
Fucking company. What?
you know what? Relatable.
Can we begin?
I mean, to be honest, Lucas would fucking name a bunch of his phone contacts fucking blank.
As I said, that's relatable.
Anyway, we still doing the things we've played last week, or?
I mean, my response is just going to be Rise and Outriders.
Okay, so for different reasons, I couldn't play many things last week. I had a lot of stuff to take care of. Mostly a 10-hour-long shift at work on Saturday and getting drunk at Mute's place on Sunday. That being said... hey Noel, you wanna shoot me?
What do you mean?
So I've been playing Transformers Battlegrounds.
Save it for Wednesday.
Yeah, the other...
Get someone who's going to be able to engage with you in a more meaningful way. If you talk about Transformers Battlegrounds now,
I mean, listen,
it's gonna be 5 to 10 minutes of you talking to yourself and me and Peter going, yeah,
I know
yeah.
it's a meme.
All right,
I know it's a meme at this point.
Okay.
Listen, I have literally been watching an entire season of Transformers Beast Machines. I have played Transformers Battlegrounds, and I have... Today I picked up the 8th volume of the Transformers comics. It just worked like that.
You're just on a nasty Transformers kick. That's all it is.
I mean, well, to be honest, Beast Wars, you know, is a fantastic show, and like, yeah, they announced some new model kits and such, and my boss actually ordered a bunch of Transformers stuff for the store, so, you know.
And actually, HUD because you're a badass soldier. Okay, that's cool.
There's definitely an argument to be made that I'm starting to be tempted to say not starting to be tempted. I am at an impasse where I can't decide on which to recommend to go into first. In comparison to Rise, Monster Hunter World is severely lacking in certain elements of offering newcomers insight on what to do and how to do it. But at the same time, there is some kind of magic that is missing from World into Rise. It is not harming my experience, but it is weird starting to settle into that part of the fandom where I can feel differences between the games, and this is only.
I'm gonna say this. Do you have a Switch? Play Rise. Do you not have a Switch? Play World.
Yeah.
And that includes, like, if you have a Switch and different systems, still play Rise.
My mentality is going to be the same. I think Rise is a little more accessible.
I mean, I genuinely like Rise more.
Any idea what
I
Lucas is up to down
don't
here?
know if I 100% love it more yet. I would say I'm about 60 to 80% liking
Let's
it
hope
more.
those men haven't become a part of those experiments.
But I can also start to feel how it is a bit of a different flavor, and how it's a hyper hunter versus a non-hyper hunter.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm biased because, like, if you feel like you can put the word hyper in front of a thing, I would be like, yes, that's the better one.
Have you seen Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go then?
Yes.
Good. It's a good series.
Why are you the second person who asked me this question within a week?
Because you mentioned the word hyper. That's about it. It brought it to my mind. Also because it's a ridiculous name and it took some time to memorize when I was a kid.
There is a feel of Rise being more actiony and intense, and the trade-off has been some of the more slow and deliberate elements of World being absent. I'm kind of jonesing for them a little bit. I kind of miss some of the more complex crafting that was in World. having to have different item loadouts for different hunts. I've kind of just been able to bring the same thing for
Getting
each
you
and
out of
every
here.
hunt, not a criticism of it.
It's too late.
We're both walking out of here.
I got news for you.
What?
That's not gonna happen. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
He was a good boy.
Try to take that off all you want, but I'd advise against.
It was Evelyn that turned him evil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oops.
Oops.
Now here's the deal, Chris. You don't follow me, and I don't bounce your head off the ceiling. Oh, the same goes for your little soldier brains too. Adios.
You know you could have killed Chris here and now, right?
No, he needs to get his dick hard before he can do that.
Fuck.
Fuck!
I'm picking up airborne spores. It's the E-type mutamycete. Your mask will switch automatically to rebreather mode. Keep an eye on your oxygen
Something
tank
about
to
the
be
way
safe.
he says fuck is so funny to me.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Are you
Looks like
real
you're clear of
fucking
any
funny,
contamination.
mate?
You should head back and get that bomb on your arm deactivated.
There's no time. I don't want to give that asshole a head start.
Understood. Just be careful.
God, you really can hear how he's trying to do a Roger Craig Smith impression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he wasn't trying to do that in the main game, but in this DLC he clearly is going, you know, trying to just sound like Roger Craig Smith.
And I think in hindsight that's a bit of a mistake, because even though we got like 1 or 2 lines in the base game, I would rather a distinction of his own and the bright side is that it seems like in the snippets we've gotten from Village, he's back to trying to have his own unique sounding Chris. But
I mean,
man, I don't like this mix.
okay,
Yeah.
listen. No, let me finish what I'm about to say. I've been having this I've been having this surreal experience as
Thoughts
of late.
lately? Like, is any of this real or not?
We can't let this happen again.
What?
Is what real?
Sure you just don't want to recruit him?
Sorry, go ahead. I was doing a bit. Go ahead.
Maybe the
Say what you're gonna
PSA
say.
is convinced.
No, I was
they weren't, I
just
wouldn't
gonna
be
say
here.
that I had this surreal
Working with
experience
Umbrella's
as of
gonna
late,
take some
cause
getting
like,
used to on my part.
I know
okay,
Chris.
this is for
And to
nobody,
tell
but
the
there's
truth,
this really
one of our
famous
members
actor
have
who
been
played
with us since
Optimus
before
Prime
we
in
were
G1, which
incorporated
is
as
called
the
Peter
PMC.
Cullen. He also played
But
him
all
in the
that's
Bay
left now
movies
is the name.
and in a bunch of recent
Let's just focus on
Transformers
the mission,
stuff.
and maybe we can
And
continue this conversation when you
he
get back.
doesn't play the
Okay?
character
Sure,
in
whatever.
either Transformers Battlegrounds or the
Oh,
new
it's Shogun.
Netflix series that's being made right now.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that they in both instances, completely different people made those and completely different actors play him. Yet you can clearly tell that both the actors were instructed to sound as close to Peter Cullen as possible. And at that point I'm like, couldn't you just get Peter Cullen? He's clearly down to play the character. He has been doing it for 40 years now. It's like, yeah, it's the same with Chris here. It's like, if you're just gonna tell him to do a Roger Craig Smith impression, just get Roger Craig Smith. Like he clearly wants to play the character again.
Well, who knows? I don't know. I'm just a poor boy. I don't know shit. Oh, I can start this shit. I don't need it. I wanted to say something, but I forgot. Oh, Lemur asked, does Beast War look as hideous as people say? It's an early 90s CG show, so yes, but it's still really good. So, kind of a reboot situation.
Slight misdirection. Y'all might want to look up why Valve is... Well, no, you don't need to, but Valve is trending on Twitter right now because they've just been outed for having a security issue that's been going on in all their games for a greater than a year.
Cool.
And there's implications that they may have been deliberately overlooking it.
And that's
the biggest
why I
problem
never
is
saved
that-
my credit card data there.
The biggest problem behind it is that it was allowing bots to advertise for bot immunity services, and then it was linking to CSA images.
CSA?
Child sex abuse.
Oh, no.
So, good job, Valve.
We literally cannot escape this topic.
may have really fucked up here.
Maybe.
I mean, as opposed to all the previous times they fucked up.
What are you getting attacked by?
I have no idea. I think it's too dark
I mean,
to continue.
Yeah, listen, the whole thing of this DLC is go to whenever you are able to go at that moment. You will find a piece of gear that will allow you to go to the other place.
Can I reload the save then? This was a waste of steroids.
Oh, Quadrasic is saying that it might have been greater than 2 years that it was running rampant. That's fantastic.
Great. Thanks.
Good
Valve.
fucking job, Valve. You probably just fucking kneecapped any and all of your goodwill and positive commentary from fucking Alex.
But God Emperor Gaben, he's giving us sales. He's a benevolent deity that
Man,
gives
I
us free
haven't
games.
been excited for a Steam sale in like 5 years now.
Same.
Same.
Don't worry.
Remember when Steam sales used to... Oh god, I can't believe that sentence just left my mouth!
I mean,
Remember
honestly,
when Steam sales used to feel special?
I mean, honestly, the main reason why is because they stopped doing flash sales, which were like triple fucking discounts, you know?
Yeah.
And now everything is just on sale the whole time, and it's like,
yeah.
If I want a video game, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna Tabletop Simulator. Is there anything else that's not gonna be on sale ever again?
But also,
like, nah,
quite
not really.
honestly, stuff like flash sales is just fun community stuff. Because I remember when GOG did it, and I was still on V back then, and everyone was excited to grab the good games as fast as I can, and then there was a stall because nobody wanted to take a game for $2 that they knew nothing about, and it was like, okay guys, I'll take the sacrifice. Enjoy your games. I'll buy this piece of shit.
If we're gonna be talking about 4chan memories, I'm gonna bring up my experience of the year that Gynax ruined Christmas.
I remember that.
I have never been to 4chan.
Oh, you've missed out then. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those people who is like, oh, it was a great place because, you know, and I got hardened as a kid and got desensitized. I'm not gonna push any of that kind of crap because.
Wait, I mean, to be honest, I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so you know.
Well, so you got your own dosage of desensitization of a different caliber.
Yeah, well, listen, when you got up, no, not the N-word. We don't. Okay, here's the Polish experience
so
of
what was
video
the
games.
big Polish slur that happened in Modern Warfare?
Russian kid screaming at the top of his lungs in the most broken English imaginable.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate without getting us banned from Twitch?
Сука, блядь! Я ёб твою мать!
Bliat.
Блядь!
4chan is like diving into Raw
here's
2,
the
which
thing,
is finding a Rolex watch once in a year. Yeah, that's true.
Here's the thing. I cannot even like elaborate on it. It's every now and like every single match, some Russian fucking kid is like screaming at the top of his lungs and calling you a bliat, and like sometimes a German dude is blasting his fucking music like way too hard or whatever, and
true.
doesn't mute his mic.
But in the context, back on the topic of the 4chan shit in particular, I just, you know, my mentality is that I'm not gonna oversell the
4chan experience.
4chan experience. I am going to say, however, that if you got exposed to a certain amount of content at a certain point and you still continued to go there and were like, oh, I can't believe I went there, then my response to you is going to be, you only have yourself to blame for your trauma at that point because you should have left if you were that uncomfortable. My mentality is that I just learned to start tuning it out and ignoring it, and I would obviously do shit like in the rare cases that somebody posted CP, I would report that shit because my mentality was, please, Mr. FBI, don't come take me away in your party van.
Yeah. Oh
But-
man, you are old school if you remember the phrase "fortune party." Holy shit!
Yeah, I am old school. The biggest things that come to mind for me are, I was there when the Tohoku earthquake happened, so I was watching that shit all happening live. I was there when Guy Next ruined Christmas. I watched the end of Angel Beats with A, which was quite an experience. And the biggest one of all that I remember was sharing experiences of going and seeing Magica Rebellion in a theater, and that it was the most mixed bag that could ever exist, because there were some people who had horrible experiences of dumb memes being spat out and people making jokes and saying things like Maguka and a whole bunch of other crap that just ruined the entire experience. And then there were some people who were fortunate like me.
You cannot kill that without special ammo.
Yeah, I heard that.
Who got a very nice, cozy coffee house movie theater experience with snacks and drinks and chips and everything that you could ask for, and everyone shut the fuck up, and everybody watched the movie and applauded when it was over, and then there was about 20 to 30 minutes worth of banter between the audience members about what just happened after it was over, and everybody walked away with a positive experience. So my condolences to fellow autists who did not have the experience watching Rebellion in theaters that they should have had, because you did in fact miss out. It was an experience unlike anything else.
I mean, I didn't watch it in theaters because fucking anime in theaters. Where the fuck do you think I live?
Right, exactly.
But you'll die.
I'm dead either way.
Thanks, bro.
That's right, Chris. Just watch and learn.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Why are you looking away, T? To watch it. This shit's awesome.
I thought you loved that Saw bullshit.
It's fine. I was just wondering, maybe there's something I can do around this to stop it. But I guess not.
Oh, you're about to die. Oh wait, no you are.
So I just remember that I lied. I did go to Fortune once. It was when I got to university for the first time, and this was in 2012. And like, I was aware of what 4chan is in general, but I never went there. And my not my roommate, a fucking guy from the university that I used to go with, took me there. And like he booted it up on my PC and was like, oh yeah, this is Fortune, and I looked at it and it looked like the most incomprehensible mess of a website I have ever seen in my entire fucking life, and I just never went back there again. Like, and I mean, like, in terms of like usability, like UI, it was like, what the, how do you use this?
It's really bad. I love it.
This is unreadable.
It was the Monster Hunter of message boards.
Miko, I asked, remember that one bit when a guy's room, when a guy showed a room full of school that he took from the Paris catacombs? Yes!
Oh my god, yes, I remember that. And people were telling him he was gonna get fucking arrested. Oh, the one I remember the most was, I was on poll, even when He Will Not Divide Us started. I did not care about anything else, but the first 3 seasons of Windu, I did watch live, and that shit was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
whatever.
Monster Hunter isn't that obtuse. Monster Hunter is that obtuse. I'm not talking about the series in general. I'm talking about the first game.
Also, on the topic of crazy shit that happened on Fortune, my fondest memory will forever be going to TG traditional games board for the first time, and one of the first threads I see is, okay, Anos, we need to calculate how many spiders will fit into a drow's pussy. Like, this was a perfect introduction.
Yeah, I suppose that was a very welcome to the internet. I will be your guide moment.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Oh, target unaffected. Holy shit. Here too. Where do I get the special ammo? Not here. So I guess.
Meow. Meow.
I wasted a bunch of ammo. Oh well.
Oh well.
I guess I'll just have to punch the zombies to death.
Dems to
I mean,
break.
yes, that is the Redfield way.
You know, I actually haven't played either of the DLCs. I played the base game, and that was enough for me.
I mean, what do you want to know?
I'm watching and paying attention. It does look like Not a Hero might be more pleasant to play if it was a little less obtuse.
I mean, it does have that. It does have that Metroidvania.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a light FPS Metroidvania. I can fuck with it. It's just that I don't know which direction I should fuck right now.
Yeah,
that's me while seeing some furry porn. Yes.
Fucking every fucking time.
Listen, you cannot just give me a loaded gun and be like, please don't shoot it.
It's good to know we should never let you around firearms, Boo.
I can't say a single bad word.
You shouldn't. I have no idea these things. All I know is that you pull the trigger.
That's basically it. What else do you want to know?
I mean,
What
how to not
guide us all about.
I would like the sniper rifle not to shatter my arm when I shoot it.
Oh, keep it steady.
I have a story for you. So here in the States, celebrities, after they stop being noticed for a while, start to go insane because they can't live without the attention that they used to have. And
yeah, they become Homelander.
Don't ruin the boys for me. I haven't seen it yet. And Shia LaBeouf.
Oh no!
And decided that his next big thing was he was going to do an avant-garde project with an art museum in New York, where a taped onto a wall in front of a webcam with audio and video will be the statement, "He will not divide us," after Trump got elected. And the art was people resisting Trump by going in front of this webcam and saying over and over again, "He will not divide us." The problem is assuming that he was just going to be unchallenged by the public. And so the politics board on 4chan took it upon themselves to go out of their way to fuck with Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, literally or figuratively?
They did this in the form of things like one guy and his girlfriend going there and saying things like Pizzagate is real and a whole bunch of other dumb shit. Internet Historian does a great series of videos on Windu. I can't recommend it enough, to be perfectly honest. If you want to know what happened with He Will Not Divide Us, just go watch Internet Historian's videos about it. And I don't want to spoil anything about Season 3, because Season 3 of He Will Not Divide Us was absolutely magical. That was a day of infamy for that website. And Booth, do you know what happened during Season 3 of He Will Not Divide Us?
Listen, I listened to you and I was like, I assumed what you meant was that he literally went and like put himself on a cross or something and he had the words, "He will not divide us." I thought it was like, when you said Season 2, my brain was like, wait, we're talking about the TV show?
Yes, Mikola brought one up. Singing Snake Eater was one of the things that happened
Yep.
on
Good.
season 1. But the big one of season 3 was Capture the Flag.
What the fuck is it? Mute. No, whatever. Which one of you? What the fuck is he will not divide that show, or is it like an event? Why are you talking about seasons?
Because there was a whole arc, a story arc that went on 3 times.
Booth, it happened for years.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm like, listen. I was there when Gamergate happened, and all I know about Gamergate is that it seems like it never actually happened, and a bunch of people made it up because everyone thinks it's something different happened during it. This is that for me.
Imagine Gamergate, except it was empowered by nothing but celebrity sense of superiority and a bunch of shit posters. And
So
it was
actual Gamergate, but change game journalism to celebrities. Yes.
Yes, essentially. Imagine that, and then there was no right or wrong sides. There was just fucking with celebrities and being the person fucking with them. But basically what happened was season 3 was a big game of Capture the Flag. I'm not even joking. Tidu will reaffirm that.
At one point, Shia LaBeouf put the flag in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees, and just based on seeing the line that was left behind by a plane, Fortune was able to determine what it is and capture it within 24 hours.
Okay, so we talking about an actual flag or
Yes.
a metaphorical?
Flag in the middle of Kentucky was found and stolen by 4chan and then replaced with a fucking, what was it, a Pepe shirt?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask another stupid question. Pepe the Frog or Pepe the Platypus?
Pepe the Frog.
Okay.
So, some shit poster found the flag. He did convert it, took it back home, and then took a picture of it after replacing it with the T-shirt.
Okay, so here's what I wanna say. The reason why I'm not like sounding super impressed by this is because I know what Fortune. Just because I didn't go to Fortune myself, I know what Fortune is. Like I know that
what weapons grade autism looks like.
Yeah, like I know what people who go to Fortune are capable of.
I say that with love and potentially being autistic myself. I can't stress enough that there is this whole thing of your brain functions in a different way.
Mute item on your right.
It just operates different.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but I was just like, the reason why I'm not like sounding super impressed by this is because I know what 4chan is and I know what they do. You can crawl underneath those.
So
but
the
like,
reason it was so impressive was because it took 4 different attempts of Shia LaBeouf attempting to stop himself from
you're wasting super bullets on regular fuck.
Yeah, I just noticed. Well, what can I say?
It took 4 different attempts of Shia LaBeouf trying to avoid being fucked with by the internet before it finally came to an end. But as it is stated in Internet Historians videos, it ended with a whimper and Shia essentially claiming victory through putting the stakes in his favor. So it didn't end in any fun, and of course Shia himself was not having any fun with it. He took it so seriously to the point that rather than turn it around and give it a positive spin in a way that would have benefited him, like he's done with some other projects.
Before he outed himself as a wife beater, yes?
Yeah, he enabled it, and he enabled the big farce it became, and he has nobody to blame but himself. Yeah, remember Kekistan. Kekistan was also involved in it to a degree as well.
Well, you're fucked now, Mute. Go die.
Oh yeah, you're dead. Or not. Okay.
Yeah, but like what I wanted to say is that listen, I know what Fortune is capable of. It's just that when you are like laughing like ha ha ha, it's like I just never went to Fortune, man. That's all I got for you. That's
We're
it.
just
Like
laughing about it because remembering watching it live and this bewilderment of how can somebody be this fucking stupid and continue to go in on it
Owie.
while seemingly being sincerely stupid and not doing it to get attention was the most fascinating part. And I say that it wasn't just for attention because Shia LaBeouf got himself arrested in season 1.
I mean, that's certainly a bit of an attention.
I say I don't think it was about attention, because he
You
did
can't
stuff
kill
that,
it, Mute.
I know I can't. I was trying to stagger it. But
he
yeah.
did stuff that could have like
Shit.
seriously gotten himself harmed, and the whole point was
Fuck.
that by the end of Windu, he had made it impossible for interaction to continue. And the fact that it ended that way means it wasn't about being artistic. It was about attention on himself and making himself seem more important. And it means that, unfortunately, Shia LaBeouf is as stupid as everybody's assumed him to be.
I mean, yes, he beat his wife.
That's not
This is something I'm unaware of, and I probably should look into more details about it.
That's not a very high
Yeah.
IQ move. That's true.
I mean, God, if was it his wife? Hold on, Shia LaBeouf, domestic violence.
Drop it in the Discord. I'll take a look.
I mean, I just remember somebody saying me. I just remember somebody sending this to me. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles by the musician accused the actor of sexual battery, assault,
Jesus.
and infliction of emotional distress.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
How old is this report?
I'm gonna drop it in the Discord. The date is. This is the New York Times, and the date is like January 22nd, 2021.
Oof! Oof!
Yep.
So yeah, whatever. He's like a fucking white
Okay, yeah.
here or whatever.
That's unfortunate. Well,
Apparently he basically admitted to doing it, so like yeah, there's not much.
doesn't make him a good person.
No, there's not much room for like arguing about this. Like if he admitted, like what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's disappointing because Lemur made a really good analogy, and he said, he or she, I apologize, Lemur.
Lemur's a good guy.
Lemur, somewhere in an alternate reality, Red Letter Media invited Shia LaBeouf to their show instead of Macaulay Culkin. And it's like, yeah, somewhere in an alternate reality, Shia LaBeouf played into it and empowered himself through his experiences rather than trying to play into the Hollywood bullshit and giving into his existential crisis like clearly Windu was what actually ended up being.
I mean, his existential crisis of him having no job after Transformers 3.
What was it now? Oh. Wait, these are not steroids? Oh, it's just a med injector. Yeah, okay. That's disappointing.
My thought
seriously,
behind it is that
was he in everything after Transformers 3? I cannot remember.
I don't remember. Moonshiners.
Hey, that was us yesterday. Da.
Yeah.
Do I have any case stories? No, I wasn't big on firearms. Do you guys have any? Dieter, do you have any case stories?
No, aside from the cube, not really.
I mean, I live in Poland. I to have a gun.
Yeah, there's not much reason to go to K if you don't own a gun, honestly. So.
For me, it was all about occasionally visiting V, Occasionally, I would drop into animation, cartoons, and television as well, and that was about it. I did enjoy banter about the amazing world of Gumball when it originally premiered on Cartoon Network. Well, I'm
And
kidding.
that show was so sick.
Gumball is way better than it had any right to be, and
Oh
I
yeah.
remember having an exchange once or twice with the creator of the show on Twitter, and it was very interesting. That was definitely creator driven, and I think that's the biggest praise that can be given to Gumball.
Man, now if only Cartoon Network had shows that were not either regular show or Adventure Time ripoffs. That would be
Okay, Kitty,
well.
you got a scat. You've got poopy on your tail. Get going. Sorry. Hey, clean yourself better, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
I mean, can't you just wipe her butt a little?
No, it's stuck on her tail and it's dried, and she doesn't like me brushing her or trimming her hair.
Well,
Can you still hear her?
slightly.
Sometimes.
Yeah. It's
I mean, dude, it's okay. Like, she's being a baby cat. Like, I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cats are always content. Oh, fuck off.
Oh boy, he's really coming for you. Oh, he got.
God. Okay, you just reminded me of something.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, DMX.
Oh,
So
God damn it. Yeah.
here's how I've learned of DMX passing. So I went to work on Saturday, and my coworker just started blasting X Gon Give It To Ya from the fucking speakers. And I just started giggling, because every time I hear that song, I just remember the Mr. X video with the mashup of X Gon Give It To Ya and the Katamari Damacy main theme. Which is amazing. If you haven't seen that video, just type in Mr. X on YouTube and you're gonna see it. So yeah, after I sent that to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh man, this video is so good. Shame DMX is never gonna go back to jail ever again." I'm like, "Wait, what? He's dead?" And it's like, "Oh shit, he is dead. Oh fuck. Oh god."
Abigail, you are not coming up on the couch.
And
She's gonna give it
like,
to you.
yeah, the poop that is.
Correct.
And I was like 2 days later, I found this tweet that was like "Rip DMX," all that, and it was like, here's this clip from like a 2002 movie in which DMX escapes the police on a fucking ATV. While X Gon Give It To Ya, the uncensored version with like 20 N-words in it, is blasting the whole time, and it randomly cuts to Jet Li fighting some dudes in a steel cage. Like, this sounds like a shitpost, but like, god, I need to watch that movie. It's so fucking amazing.
He
I'm
has cameo in one of the seasons of Fresh Off the Boat, which I still need to finish at some point. I got about 3 seasons in, and I still need to finish that show.
And like, it's just that every time, like, man, I shouldn't be laughing at DMX shit, I guess. Like, I shouldn't be making the joke of, is DMX in jail now? But like, I'ma be real, considering that man's career, he lived the meme, so I guess he doesn't mind, really.
If I had to guess, my mentality would be that DMX would not be sad about jokes about him or his death. He would be sad because he's like, now I can't shitpost anymore.
Yeah, I can't go to jail as a joke.
And like, my mentality behind it is that it fucking sucks that he died due to a fucking drug overdose, and not because I'm gonna be in the mentality of drugs are bad. Okay, sorry, let me try that again. It's not because I'm gonna say drugs are bad. Okay, it's gonna be from the mentality of that dude probably was not able to handle the drugs he used to be able to handle, and because of that, his body just kind of went, oh well, time to go.
Yeah,
so I very much consider his death to be a
Jesus Christ.
An unfortunate and accidental one, and one that definitely should not have happened, but not for the reasons other people might suggest. Abigail, no.
I mean, that's how it is with drugs. You go to a different location and suddenly your body can't take it anymore because environment is very important when it comes to acclimation. I suppose that's the word.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the dude was also 50.
That's true.
Yeah, that too.
Don't do drugs when you're 50.
Don't do do drugs when you're
don't
50.
do drugs.
I disagree.
Boo! Wrong boo! Buddy,
I mean,
Oh boy.
you can die now, Chris.
Oh boy. Oh. Ah, we.
wowie, zowie. You are the dowie.
Oh,
That was scripted.
that wasn't scripted. Okay.
Yeah, that actually seems like something that was scripted, huh? Anyway,
Hey, you okay?
listen,
Shit.
I'm gonna, when I say
coming.
don't do drugs, I mean like don't do shit that fuck you up, man.
Yeah, don't do the fucked up shit. Don't do
Like
don't
fucking
do
smoke your fucking marijuana as much as you want. I don't care. Just don't
smoke your
fuck
marijuana,
yourself up.
do your psychedelics, do your psychotropics, all that shit. Just do the shit that isn't gonna fucking make your blood pressure and heart explode, because
Yeah.
that's don't do fucking black tar heroin. Don't consume unfettered amounts of opiates. Don't go into shit that other cultures and tribes aren't producing themselves from natural resources and then processing without chemical refinement. And I think that's essentially the issue. I think he was doing hard shit, as far as I know.
Do I have to do something here?
No, I'm pretty sure you. I'm pretty sure you have to like, just like go with the body a bit faster or something like that. I might be wrong.
Do you know I had any movement in there? Quite honestly, it
Or
seems
maybe you have to go a little bit further without him and then come back for him.
What the?
Maybe.
I genuinely forget.
Can you even move right now?
No.
Okay, so how many of you get to play Darkest Dungeon, asks Lemur? I played it, not very far.
I played Darkest Dungeon, but I never finished it. I do like the basic structure, however, I think I like it way more as an idea for a tabletop game
Hey,
rather than a
Yes.
video game.
hang on.
Is it? Wait,
coming.
isn't the Darkest Dungeon tabletop game actually a thing that's on?
It's
in
a thing
development?
that's on Kickstarter.
That's nice.
Oh shit! I might need to back that.
No, it's done. It's founded.
Oh, okay. So it's currently in the production.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
God,
not. Listen, I know there's an American in the room, but you don't need to just use shooting as your
Hey,
first
you
option,
okay?
man.
What are my options then?
I'm
I mean,
Walk
go
past the body.
further without the body.
Yeah.
I can go for the body, but that's the thing. I don't think there's any other path, or at least I'm stupid and I could say it.
No, you have to press a button to interact with the body. Just go
Yeah,
further
walk
without the body.
The thing is, I don't think I press a button to interact with it.
No, you literally have to press a button to interact with the body.
Okay,
There
I'm
you go.
stupid. I'm stupid. Never mind.
It's all right.
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go. Good job, TD.
Here, have a sticker.
Yay.
You want this? It's a little turtle.
It says
I'm
brave patient.
I'm referencing an episode of South Park. Something
Hey.
Walmart this way comes.
Hey, you still with us?
This guy clearly has C4 strapped to his neck, Chris.
Phew. Thanks. I was beginning to think we'd be
Any
left behind.
music experiences on 4chan? Nope. Not a big music guy. I just listen to a lot of openings and ending themes of anime and a lot of video game soundtracks.
The music board is a shithole. However, they do have some good memes. That's where the ghost being spooky Scooby-Doo chase music came from, for example. But I dislike the board on the same premises that I dislike like the literature board because it's a bunch of snobs. That
Cartoons and animation board was always great because there was always a group within that board that was very comfortable telling the vets and everything else in there to go eat shit and die.
Pop.
By that I mean anytime they were being pretentious snobs like you stated many of them can be, they were more than comfortable telling them to fuck off and that their opinions didn't matter.
3 of my men dead because of you. This ends. And it ends now.
God damn it. It's not 4 dead soldiers in a minute. You're going to fail, then you are going to die.
When it comes to music, not related to the music board, but
Okay.
I really
We got a
like
situation here.
the VD musical.
And so,
Slow me down.
you might have noticed that at the end of the main game there was no like, here's your timer, bitch, get out moment. So here's your timer, bitch, get out moment.
Man,
Are we seriously already at the end of this?
apparently.
We're getting there.
Chris, good news. Our video logs from the first unit show canisters of liquid nitrogen nearby. You might be able to deactivate the bomb by...
I mean, I wouldn't save with
Where are
a
the
timer,
canisters?
but
The storage
I
space in
didn't
the right
override
work
it.
area. Go through the red shutter door.
Yeah, fucking whatever.
whatever Malden or what's your name.
No, that was the cell. Oh yeah, there's one music board meme that recently got on Twitter that I fucking adore. About a guy who thought that the shoegaze genre is pronounced shugazi.
I don't remember, Mikola brought it up, I'm sorry, your names are the same color in the stream manager. The story about the guy who made mustard gas, and Anon's asking him where he was from so they could look up his death in the news. I don't remember that. I think I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember seeing it firsthand.
I remember about a bunch of B-Anons giving instructions on how to make the mustard gas, saying, hey, you can make some funny crystals with that. That was fucked up.
I
shit.
remember watching the Anons throwing that terrorist under the bus who threatened to blow up a football stadium.
That's nice.
That was an interesting experience because
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah.
it was fun watching, if I remember correctly, all of them conspiring in real time with the FBI to find this guy because essentially the spirit of 4chan was going, don't you fucking dare drag us into your terrorist bullshit and try to make us be accountable for the action of one nut job. And I say that because not your personal army was always a problem on there, and it was cool seeing the website actually doing what it should do and acting in a hive-minded, a smart way to preserve itself.
Yeah, of course fucking GW doesn't make Night Lords models, why would they?
How do I...
You're talking about terrorists reminded me of like, yeah, I wanted to see if I can get any
Oh.
Night Lord models and
No.
And GW is like, no, you can't. We don't want money.
For as much as I criticize the maps in Rise not having the depth of the Ancient Forest or the Coral Highlands, or even the Rotten Vale for that matter, I can't stress enough how much I do like some of those maps in World. The Shrine Ruins, I know for a fact, are complex in a way that I haven't quite grasped yet because I still haven't found a bunch of the nodes. And I haven't found the second sub-camp on there yet.
God, I hate this fucking thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just...
Why won't you die?
I think my personal favorite in Rise so far is the Flooded Forest. I think that is probably the best map that is in the game. That map's got a lot going on. And same thing, I think my biggest criticism of World is that its best maps are the last two, and you can't access them until you're about 15 to 20 hours into the game. Everything else about it is good. I like the interface. My minor issue of I can't see the gathering points enlarged at all times on the minimap is overwritten with the fact that I can go in and individually select which gathering nodes I want to show up on my minimap, or on my zoomed in minimap.
Just die already. I don't have the ammo for you.
It's easier than ever to use the greatsword because you can clearly and distinctly see when you've reached your appropriate charge state for the blade. I like the new perfect counter on the EI slash for longsword. I like the new way in which you do helm splitter, but I hate how it seems to be finicky with how yeah, greatsword is great. I like using it, but I just can't use it. I'm not good at using the greatsword when I need to be fast, which is probably my biggest problem at the moment. I want to get better with greatsword, and I'm not very good at getting better with it. Also, I just learned of the change. Oh God, you're just gonna dip your hand in there? That's not a good idea!
Yeah!
I did it.
Putting your hand directly through fucking nitrogen, yeah, that's
Whee! Boom.
Not pleasant, to say the very least.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay, Lucas.
Thoughts on Demon Souls? I haven't touched it since I bought it. I'm Tower Knight is bullshit, and the walk to him is bullshit.
See if you can get in there to check it out.
Tower Knight in that game is like your first boss that's like, yeah, this is the go fuck yourself.
And I have a problem with that as a big Bloodborne mark because I don't believe in Bloodborne there is a significant go fuck yourself moment.
No, not really.
Almost
not to that degree, because like, yeah, like Tower Knight is like the first like giant difficulty curve of that game, and I mean, frankly, he's just a fucking bitch to fight, man. I mean, not even to fight, because like fighting him is like, you know, not really a problem. Getting to him though, like,
yeah,
that noise.
I mean,
and that's my big
he's
issue.
a puzzle boss. Like 90% of bosses in Demon Souls are puzzle bosses.
And that's.
I mean, I wouldn't. I feel like calling him a puzzle is overstating just the fact that like he is pretty easy to deal with by himself. It's just that every time you go to him, you have to go through the entire fucking like dragon segment. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't fucking want to deal with this, man.
Yeah, and that's essentially what the thing is boiling down to, is that I haven't gone back to Demon Souls because I abhor the frustration of the walk to Tower Knight. My mentality is, I want to get to this boss and fight him. I am not enjoying this walk to him. I have done it 3 to 4 times already, and it doesn't matter how many souls I'm getting and how many levels up I'm getting. I'm not able to get through this without blowing through a bunch of my resources and wasting a bunch of time. That's the other thing. I'm either wasting resources or I'm wasting time, and I'm not having fun. Eventually, I will get past it and then learn to appreciate Demon Souls in the way I should. But right now, it's a big hurdle, and I'm just disappointed more than anything else.
Honestly, though, speaking about Bloodborne, there is one fuck you moment, but it's the very end. Fucking Orphan of Kos. Fuck this bitch.
I mean,
so many times.
I mean, I wouldn't call that a fuck you final DLC boss, man.
It is the final DLC boss, but it's so much harder than the actual final boss. It's not even funny.
And I completely get that, but that's because it's supposed to be the ultimate final challenge. Orphan of Kos is, to me, more the conclusive end than even the Moon Presence fight and the Transcendence that happens.
True. Well, nothing here. Okay, I thought there was one more clown door in here. Okay.
I would almost consider it plausible that they're going to go with the mentality that Orphan of Kos isn't like let me make sure to you guys that I finish this sentence and get my idea across before you counter with it. I don't consider Orphan of Kos canon to the hunter that transcends the hunt.
I mean,
I'm gonna be real with you. If you wanna talk about Souls games lore, I'm gonna mentally check out.
No, not really. I don't care for canon, but the issue is that I'm a filthy completionist and I have to do the DLC before I get to the final boss. So that was a ton of frustration for me. That's the only issue I have.
I'm operating in the mentality that though, you know, it's never ever going to happen, if there were a Bloodborne sequel, I would not be surprised if the mentality is that, like, the Orphan of Kos was never slain or anything like that. That would be almost an interesting angle, and then for them to use that as an excuse to maybe build upon that lore and go even further would be kind of interesting. But at the same time, I also appreciate that the Orphan of Kos is in there and is huntable, if only because it closes the narrative loop that is Bloodborne, which is how did all this start. I think that's probably the biggest praise I can give to Bloodborne and old hunters, is that there are no questions I have remaining with that series, and if it never gets another game, I will be upset, but I will make do.
You will thank Jim Ryan for being the cock that he is.
I love how Jason Shitface Schreier has put out that article, and essentially Sony's response to it has kind of been, we will neither confirm nor deny that a Last of Us remake is in development. And it's like, really, guys? This is what you're gonna address?
Maybe you got lucky. What do you say?
I mean,
I'm glad you are showing what your priorities and mentality are.
I'm literally gonna be honest with you. I don't the CEO of Sony in the next 5 years. Because
well, it's unfortunate that the pendulum is swinging back once again, and it looks like we're about to have a repeat of the goddamn 7th gen. And
oh no, we're not gonna have that, because here's what's gonna happen. Okay, Microsoft is gonna make a series of horrible bad decisions that people will twist into being good decisions because they have tricked themselves into thinking Microsoft is doing great in the console market, or Microsoft is gonna do nothing and literally just, like, you know, get good boy points by not doing shitty things like Sony is doing, and not doing something good actually.
Why?
So you know, it's a repeat of the 7th gen where Microsoft continued to make a series of bad decisions and just happened to have some good things happening.
To be fair, during the 7th gen, Microsoft also made good video games.
Yes, they did, but Microsoft is just instead buying up the people making the good video games. I'm not saying it in the mentality of it's exactly the same, but at the same time,
but they also have to not fuck them, which is the hard part.
My mentality is let's wait and see what happens with Starfield and ES6, because if those come out and are good and actually break the cycle of Bethesda being shit, then we come out of it in a not worst case scenario.
I mean, but yeah, again, like my whole thing is like, Sony is gonna try to do the thing of like only making AAA blockbusters, and it's gonna fuck them because spoilers ahead. Every time a company goes, we're gonna stop doing the thing that makes less money and focus on the thing that makes most money, it always fucks them. Because people get tired of shit. We've been through this with live services and MOBAs and fucking whatever the fuck else trend in the gaming industry you wanna fucking talk about. There's been a bunch of them, honestly.
Mikola is saying that he's pretty sure that I'm supposed to go to other worlds before fighting Tower Knight.
No.
Not Tower Knight.
No, Tower Knight is technically the second boss.
I did actually try to go to the mines, and everything in the mines was absolutely ravaging my asshole.
But yeah, what I wanna say is that Sony is gonna get fucked. Jim Ryan's gonna lose his fucking job, shit, and everything's gonna be back to normal now. And I know I am the haha me Microsoft sucks man, but like, honestly, no matter what happens, Sony is still gonna be in the clear because like, if Microsoft continues to do nothing, like Sony will just have to clean up Jim Ryan's mess and that's it.
Almost had you that time. Just how much more of this do you think you can take?
Honestly, not much. I'm going out of ammo.
Yeah. To be quite honest, you're draining me here a little bit. No, it's not the tough guy. But yeah. I'm gonna be here. Here's what I'm gonna do if Sony decides to focus on big AAA fucking giant releases. I'm gonna not buy those games because they are mediocre most of the time and I don't like them very much. I'm gonna continue to buy smaller weeb games that actually bring me any sort of joy.
Yep.
That's like, whenever somebody is like, oh man, Sony is going Horizon 2, and I'm like, oh yeah, I cannot wait to play the sequel to the badly written mediocre mess that is Horizon Zero Dawn. A game that I have literally finished without feeling a single emotion.
You're gonna kill me, just kill me.
God,
shut the fuck up.
My mentality currently is, sorry, Quadra6 made a statement that I think is correct and I think merits discussion, which is we need a big blockbuster from Sony to really bomb, to be honest.
Yes.
And
I mean, here's the thing. Like,
hold on. Before we do that, my mentality about, my question I have to you is, what do you want that bomb to not be? What big blockbuster from Sony do you actually not want to see fall flat on its face? And the main one that comes to mind is please don't fuck up Ghost of Tsushima 2.
I mean, to be honest, I don't care all that much because like if like Ghost of Tsushima is the one I like the most and it's like an 8.
My mentality behind it is that there is sincerity and actual love and care in Ghost of Tsushima, and that's why I don't want it to be hurt.
I mean, these guys became the honorary ambassadors. They did something, right?
I mean, yes, because they created literally a whole character based on blank is not true.
We managed to intercept an email Lucas just sent out. Listen to this. Umbrella and Redfield have been taken care of.
But yeah,
it's hard because even if that bombed, we already saw that they kind of bombed with the Ratchet and Clank remake, and nobody really batted an eyelash at that.
I mean, listen, dude, Spider-Man PS4 recuperated that cost like 10 times. Nobody gives a shit.
Right.
And what's gonna fucking bomb? What has the biggest chance of bombing anyway? Is Days Gone on PC, and
Nobody's gonna give a shit about that.
Well, like,
Nobody gives a shit. The only people who give a shit about Days Gone are the hashtag Freaker Gang meme people. That's it.
no, that it's the British. Like, for some reason, it sold really well in the UK.
I mean, I'm sorry for Toddy then.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
anyway.
I'm always sorry for that. He's British.
She.
Yeah, my
yeah.
bad. Yeah, they're British.
It's okay. I just wanna make that clear.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm also sorry for her. I wish you good luck, sweetie. We're all with you in this mess.
Poor
Anyway,
What are you guys talking about?
Toddy,
Who?
Nicole's God,
Ex-girlfriend.
ex-girlfriend. Yes.
What's going on with her?
Have you like mentally checked out for the past 5 minutes?
I'm kind of blanking out. I don't know what you guys were talking about. I don't know what happened. My head feels weird too.
Are you okay? Did the microchip in your vaccine start working and rewriting your brain?
Maybe it did. Shut up. Don't joke about that shit.
We were talking about how nobody gives a shit about Gone, and it was like the British do. For some reason, that game sold very well. It's like, I'm sorry for Toddy then.
I remember that part. Now what's been happening to Tuddy?
She's British.
She's British.
Oh, that's the joke. You're sorry for her being British.
Yes.
Yes, that's the joke. Anyway, yeah, what has the biggest like chance to bomb is gonna be the next Naughty Dog game, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. And ever since I started working at a used game store, this kinda got triple confirmed for me. So even though The Last of Us 2 sold well, nobody fucking liked that game, dude.
Yeah, nobody.
We got so many used copies of that piece of shit. Sometimes brand new copies because people
Have you
bought
started
the
using them for
PS5.
toasters yet?
Like people bought a PS5 and immediately came to us to turn their copies in. That thing dropped in price like a motherfucker. It's like, yeah, nobody gives a shit about The Last of Us 2. So, and considering, and I'm gonna keep calling him this because I don't respect his existence, considering Neil Kackman is like literally the head of Naughty Dog right now, like, fucking, yeah, I was legit talking about this, like, if they have announced the last, do you want to read this or like?
No. It's just funny.
Yeah, considering Neil Kackman is the boss of Naughty Dog.
You thought you're sick, huh? You thought you're hot shit, bitch.
And considering Naughty Dog is remaking The Last of Us 1, he's probably like considering
Hold on,
his ego.
Back up. Think about that sentence you just said and say it properly.
Naughty Dog is remaking The Last of Us 1. Neil Kackman is the boss of Naughty Dog. Not like back in the day when there were like 3 bosses or 4 bosses. He's the main creative force of Naughty Dog now. That man is a full of himself piece of shit who I have about the 75% chance, I think, he's gonna just like fucking rewrite The Last of Us 1 to be more like The Last of Us 2, and that's gonna break people.
He's gonna piss off even more people in that process.
Yeah, because here's the thing, everybody hated The Last of Us 2, but a bunch of journals gave him a for it, so he's like, oh yeah, it's a huge hit, and they are reaffirming his fucking idiotic fucking belief that he's a good game director or whatever. It's basically David Cage, just again, Like everyone around David Cage keeps telling him that his games are good, even though nobody likes them. Everyone around Neil Kackman keeps telling him that his game is good, even though nobody likes it.
It's David Cage, but approved of by the 2014 was our Auschwitz crew.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
You have no idea how much I fucking hate that sentence.
Tidu, I didn't say that with joy.
I know, but
he dealt soul damage to himself in order to say it.
Because if it wasn't me who said it, then it was
no
just
ammo. Mute.
It was not going to be said at
I
all.
know.
But it needs to be said. There are people who operate in that mentality.
I know, but like I and Boof live like an hour away from actual Auschwitz, so it always deals with psychic damage.
I mean, listen, I work at a store literally located in the old Krakow ghetto.
That's true.
Can I make a statement, by the way, of something? I want to apologize in advance for all the filthy fucking Americans who come over there and take Instagram selfies there. I do sincerely apologize and will admit that I probably would take pictures while I'm there, but I would be taking them for posterity and memory and for historical preservation.
You're allowed to take pictures in fucking Austria.
I know. I'm saying it in the context of I find it fascinating that there are people who are growing up and going over to Auschwitz to take pictures of themselves, smiling and making thumbs up and peace signs, and thinking that's even remotely acceptable, and that they therefore don't deserve to be shot in a body part for doing so.
I mean, to be honest, most people who come over to for tourism reasons are fucking stupid.
To be honest, we had like stupid teenagers do that as well. It's not like America's only issue.
Yeah.
But the whole problem
to answer the question,
Americans thinking it's okay and then being confused why people are upset.
To answer the question in the chat, the chance of a Gravity Rush PC port is at least 25%.
Oh boy, a boss room.
I'ma be real with y'all. If Deacon Days Gone is coming to fucking PC, so can Cat.
Yeah.
God, I hope. I want to play these games.
Do you want me to lend you disc, or you're just gonna wait like a bitch?
I'm gonna wait like a bitch because my backlist is busy already.
Yeah, sure.
I can exchange your copy of The Last of Us for it when I do finish it.
I do want to play. I'm gonna say.
I'm just gonna finish it. Just tell me in advance, cause I'm going for once a month now.
I do intend to play Days Gone at some point.
I mean, so do I, because I literally talked to Illy and was like, "Can I choose the next 2 bad games I'm gonna play?"
No.
And my choices were Killzone Shadowfall and Deacon Days Gone.
The reason I intend to play it is because I have heard it is not a bad game. It's just a not mind-blowingly amazing game.
Tell me something I don't know.
And I have heard that there are some parts of it that do stand out and have like a glimpse of potential of what it could be if it was given the attention, care, and time it deserved.
Like it haven't been since we got here.
I mean, to be quite honest, like I am expecting Days Gone to be. I'm not expecting Days Gone to be bad. I'm expecting Days Gone to be like a soul vacuum, like fucking Horizon Zero Dawn was.
What the fuck is this shit?
How did you go from the floor to the ceiling? Did you really?
How did you turn into
also he fucking walked fast. Like the light went out for a second.
Yeah.
He turned into one of those bug creatures from 4 and 5.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite enemies in that game. I will kill you in one hit. Fuck.
Or as Nicole might call it, the good kind of TF.
I mean, Nicole wasn't exactly happy to streaming that game together. Yes. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not expecting Days Gone to be bad. I'm just expecting it to be like a soul vacuum. I am expecting Killzone Shadowfall to be bad.
Why would you introduce the punch mechanic if I can't punch the bosses? What is wrong with you?
What I have heard is that a lot of people look at Days Gone in comparison to Last of Us 2. And walk away from it where they're like, I would have almost preferred something more like Days Gone. And
Listen, I mean, I would prefer to tap in the knee and not play The Last of Us 2, so that doesn't say much.
What I have come to understand from observation and comments from people on social media is that there is a quietness and a sort of somberness to Days Gone, that it has a tone that is kind of good and unique, and it's not going to be as anything emotionally or intellectually deep as the first Last of Us game, but it still merits and justifies its existence.
I mean, again,
it's like you said, it's a bit of a soul vacuum, and it's not fully realized to its fullest potential.
I mean, to be honest, every time when I say soul vacuum, here's a badly written Ubisoft game clone.
Yeah.
Listen, have you played Horizon Zero Dawn?
Fuck.
Yes, I have played Horizon Zero Dawn. I have attempted to play it. Hold on. I have attempted to play Horizon Zero Dawn 3 different times, and I can't compel myself to finish it. Okay,
so don't. That game's story is shit. It's really fucking bad. Are you on this? Are you that screen for a reason, or like?
Yeah, I was taking drugs.
Yeah, okay. Good enough reason. The story of that game is bad. The whole character arc that your main character, fucking Aloy, whatever the fuck her name is, redhead girl, not as good as 2B girl, whatever. Yeah, the only character arc she gets is like, everyone considers me to be a super god, and everyone loves me for no real reason. Feminism, am I right? A strong female character writing. She's like the fucking...
You saying this, so it's probably even more justified and understood to be bad writing.
Dude, she is literally the definition of the meat of a strong female character. She doesn't even have a personality, man. She's literally just there to be strong and be female. That's her entire fucking role in the story. And like, and I say this as a man, woman, whatever, fuck, as a dude who... Listen,
as a person.
I consider dude gender neutral. I say a man more like the man as a human being, not the man as a gender. But you know, because in Polish, człowiek, all that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. So Mikolaj just made this comment in the chat, and this is kind of raised my brow a bit with Days Gone. Days Gone is Far Cry 3 smashed together with Death Stranding and Resident Evil 4.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
And if that's the case, my interest for the game has gone up.
Yeah, if that's the case, it might fire a neuron in my play it.
Yeah, I'm feeling a few neurons fire off, and if it actually plays as decently as those games, then maybe we are sleeping on something, so to speak. And maybe its biggest fault is that it has underwhelming writing. And if that's the case, then
so it's a Sony game.
Understand.
So it's a Sony game, huh?
It's a Sony game, huh?
Anyway, so like, yeah, that's the first problem with Horizon. The second problem with Horizon is like half of that game is you fighting humans, and I mean like clearing camps and all that.
Oh god, don't even talk to me about that shit. That's what I hate the fucking most.
Yeah, so
a good time was right out of the gate having to clear out a bunch of camps and fight a bunch of humans. It shouldn't, not rather than what it should have been, which is start fighting a bunch of the mechanical monsters right out of the gate.
So the human-on-human combat in that game is absolute fucking trash.
Yep.
Like it's barely functional. Like I'm being serious when I say this. It's barely functional. And like the idea that that's what you do for like half the time in that game is insane. And
Tidu, did you actually have a shotgun shell left over, or was that a plot?
Right? That was a plot round.
Okay, thank you.
And like, yeah, I can keep going, but the point is that that game is like a 6 at best. It could have been an 8 if it was written by a human being and not a fucking bot. and it
At
had
least
these
against monsters,
combat.
there's a good combat system trapped in there.
Yeah, but like most of the time you don't fight
What's the sit
combat.
rep?
You don't
Yeah.
fight humans. So yeah, it's that game is so fucking. That game is like a soul vacuum, man. I can't. Every time I think about it, I'm like, boy, it's like it's not even like if God of War 2 comes out, I'll probably play it because God of War, like God of War 2018, like at least it was funny bad sometimes with the writing of like, here's Kratos, he's a good person now. Why we don't know, kind of thing. But
I am
Horizon 2 is like
I am concerned if Ragnarok was the flop that makes Sony kick Jim Ryan out, if only because I am interested in seeing where they're going with the previous game's plotline stuff.
I'll be honest with you, Chiefs. I have no opinions on the Horizon because every time I say it's like, oh yeah, it sure is this game that got popular.
And that was End of Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, a hero truly has ended in this DLC.
1 hour.
Okay, we're gonna do not a Zoe at some point. I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna do it.
I mean, should I fucking keep RE7 installed on my fucking PS5 or like?
I don't foresee us touching Village anytime soon, so if you want to clear it off to free up space, I will let you know when we're gonna tackle it.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Like, I have the discs.
That works.
No problem.
So to keep it actually on point, Tidu, what did you think of the game?
I think that for the most part I like the execution and the ideas behind it. However, it has a similar issue as Resident Evil 1, where at the point when I feel confidently powerful, there is no point where I feel engaged with this game. Like, it's not a bad thing most of the time, but I didn't like feel any sense of closure or that a plot happened in this.
I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. Most of why people like this game is Jack, and Jack is like gone halfway through.
More like one third through.
Which is a very Far Cry 3 problem to have.
That's true. Oh, Jack was great. That's true.
I would definitely say the former half of the game is a lot stronger than the latter half, and
oh yeah, can I throw in one more thing about Horizon?
Sure, go ahead.
Hey, remember how the final boss of Shadow of Mordor was a QTE in which you slashed Sauron's finger or whatever?
No, because I didn't play Shadow of Mordor.
So yeah, that was the final boss of Shadow of Mordor, and it was a huge control about how bad that boss fight is. The final boss of Horizon is like 3 normal enemies. One of them is slightly stronger, I guess.
Okay. Also on the topic of RE7, I have to say, for Resident Evil game, man, that house didn't feel really big. In general, it felt a lot more claustrophobic, like the environment is much less expansive than I would expect from a Resident Evil game. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I assume it's because it's FPP and it's because of VR, but kind of disappointing on the front.
It's definitely got to do with the fact that it's first person, because just from the Maiden demo alone, I'm enjoying the claustrophobic feel of Village, and I feel like that's going to be a lot more tightly designed.
We'll see about that.
Okay, so what's going to be the equivalent of Welcome to the Family, Son, in Resident Evil Village when Lady Dimitrescu grabs you?
Hello there, boy!
That's... You know what? That's super vanilla from you, but it's used. Yeah, it has to be vanilla.
I'm looking forward to Village. I really hope it's going to be a much better game than this one. Not that this is a bad one, just I want Village to be...
It's a 7.
I mean,
Sorry,
I would say it's an 8, but that's because I enjoy Jack so much.
I would like for Village to be not just an 8. I would like for it to be a solid or amazing 8, or even a 9 or a 10.
I mean, it's,
listen,
it's Resident Evil 8. We'll see about that.
I mean, you know, a lot of that depends on whether or not Chris is gonna turn into that fucking werewolf.
I think that with Village, at least, they will have a more interesting visual approach to it. But also, I think the issue I might have with 7 is the fact that Jack has been memed for me so much that at this point it doesn't have as much of a shock impact as it would if I played this fresh. So
I mean, welcome to the family, son.
yeah, with Village, if we play it like when it comes out, or at least like a month after that, it will feel a lot more fresh. So,
dude, if a meme moment in Village comes out, like at this point, I cannot be scared of Lady Dimitrescu, and the game isn't out yet.
Yeah, that is part of the problem, isn't it? Is that more people are going to be horny than scared, and those are two emotions that you cannot conflict.
I'll be honest. I respect a woman taller than me. That's a rare view. So
there is a perspective in which you can look at this game with a bit of nostalgia goggles, and that is when you're someone who is in the camp of, man, I really wish PT was still a thing.
That's true.
So coming off the heels of PT and scratching that itch of, I want a first-person horror game with super high-quality details.
The fuck do you mean this was set on medium? Oh jeez, we have to replay this game. What the fuck?
Oh no.
How did you fuck up so hard, bitch?
How did you fuck it up, Tidu?
Because I'm used to PC games having like auto setup for this stuff.
Well, okay.
You're playing a Windows Store version of the game. It's not gonna be good.
That's true.
All right. Well, okay. So we'll be back with more Resident Evil 7 next week on high quality. No, I'm kidding. So we're gonna be back next week with the null cut of Disco Elysium. Finally.
Yep.
After Tim has been shouldering the burden of pretty much handling all streaming on this channel for pretty much an entire month now.
Looking forward to you losing that mind to that game because it's fucking great.
It's just going to be me and Tidu, and more importantly, expect little to no extra banter, because fortunately, the prophecy that was foretold, the prophecy is true, in that everything is fucking voiced in that final cut, thank God. So don't expect us to be talking a lot. Don't expect a lot of unnecessary banter.
As someone who has played for the first day of Final Cut, not everything is voiced. However, what is not voiced is like flavor text of what the person is doing if they are talking, because only if the pure description is just pure description, only then it is like fully voiced. And like flavor text of one sentences when you click on stuff, that's not voiced, obviously. But otherwise, yeah.
Max is demanding that you switch the variable reflections.
I already did it. I switched back on.
So, expect us to not be talking a lot, but we obviously will be talking where there isn't voice acting present, so that way all the flavor text is on it. For this LP of it, we will be playing it like we were playing through Pathologic 2. We will mostly be talking about the game itself. Don't expect a lot of downtime. Don't come to us if you haven't played through it yet and haven't finished it, because obviously there will be spoilers as well. So we'll see you guys with Zhao as well on Wednesday for more Yakuza Like a Podcast. I mean, Yakuza lots of dialogue. I mean, Yakuza Beast Wars Edition. I mean, Yakuza
Destroying Mute Soul with Midnight.
I mean, Yakuza Tido desperately trying to pay attention to what's happening in the game as everyone is talking about fucking Beast Wars.
Hey, no. Listen, I am talking about fucking Beast Wars. The rest of us, including me, is talking about fucking Midnight.
Yeah, that's true.
We will see you guys Wednesday for more video game. And
that's the energy of the content we strive for.
A tired yawn. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna end it on that. You can find us on Twitter. You know where to look. We'll see you Wednesday.
See ya.
Bye everybody.
And the stream has ended.